Hello, I'm Lisette Cota interviewing Suzette Marquez, class of '03. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for the invitation.
Okay, so here's my first question. What is your most vivid memory at Pueblo?
I would have to say dancing with the dance group. Um, those were just, when my friend and I started that group, it was just something that we both loved to do, dance. And we worked so hard in school that we needed some kind of outlet to, have fun and enjoy our time at school and just be able to spend even more time together. So that I really remember dancing at the assemblies, and our first performance was just so exciting to us. We actually felt accomplished because we wanted to dance so bad, and then all of a sudden we had the dance group, and then the next year it became a class. So that was a really exciting time for me. And just basically performing with Mariachi Aztlan, that was a really good time for me too. We would travel and we would spend a lot of time together. So in a way, we kind of formed another family just within our little group. And just always being active. I just always remember, with student council and academic decathlon, which I never really thought I would ever belong to academic decathlon, but once I was there, it was just nice to have different perspectives. The musical part, the arts, and the more the intellectual. You sit there and you discuss these topics and you analyze them together. So I think those were the most memorable times for me.
What were your main interests or goals during high school?
Well, when I was in high school, I was always singing. Singing was a big part of my life during my youth, and so singing and getting good grades, those were always my goals, and I always wanted to be able to make it in music and sing and record a CD. So when I was at Pueblo, I not only focused on getting good grades, but I also focused on singing on the weekends. And then finally, my senior year, fall semester, I guess, I was able to record my first CD. So those were my goals: to graduate with good grades, which I did, and transfer over to the U of A, and to pursue my singing as well.
What did you study at the U of A?
I did journalism, and I studied Spanish because I took advanced placement Spanish here, so I got a lot of credits for it. So I just kind of transferred over into a minor. But it was nice because I always felt good speaking Spanish, but I actually gained more confidence in writing it and just being able to read, novels, things that I would have never thought about doing if I hadn't taken those classes. So I think it was a really good thing that I did here, was to take the AP Spanish class and take the test and get the good score so that those credits could transfer. And and journalism was just, it made perfect sense for me because I love writing and I love, interviewing and dealing with people. So it was just the perfect major for me, although it took me a while to figure that out. I started off as a pre-business major, and right after the second semester, I realized that just wasn't for me. But it was good that I pursued it because I realized, what I really liked and what I was really interested in.
And what are you doing now?
Right now, I'm a legal assistant for a national bankruptcy law firm. And so I basically run our office and help assist the attorney. And I applied to law school, so right now I'm waiting to see where I'm gonna go. And so it's just a really exciting time for me, in that I'm also gonna be able to accomplish another dream of mine, which is to pursue my education to the fullest.
So what are you doing now besides like school-wise and like working?
Well, I work 6 days a week, so whenever I have a chance, I mean, sometimes I have to take a day off to do the things that I want to do. I'm also recording independent film. I'm filming. I'm acting. I have the lead role as the forensics doctor. And hopefully, I don't know, I'm not sure when that's going to be done, but I know it'll be done in the next year. So I try to keep the arts in my life. I try to do that as well as working and applying to law school. So I'm doing that, and I also teach Zumba. Zumba's a lot of fun. I love it. It's just a great way for me to, I've always liked doing, working out. So that's just perfect because it combines music and it's just a lot of fun. And so I teach Zumba, I'm acting, and whenever, I'm working on my website as well so I can have my music on there too. So I'm just trying to do all those things.
Can you compare yourself like from high school to now? Like, can you see like a big difference?
Even in high school, I was always like a multitasker. Like I always wanted to be involved in everything, and I just juggled it all. I mean, I was crazy. I did student council, I did academic decathlon, AP classes, dance, mariachi, singing on the side, and working. I always worked throughout high school. So as far as that goes, I haven't changed in that way. I always try to be as busy as I can and as productive as I can be. I don't think I've really changed in that way. Yeah, I'm matured, personally and professionally. So, but that's natural, with age.
Yeah. Who inspired you in high school, and who inspires you today?
In high school, I was inspired a lot by my mom. My mom was always really always motivating me. She was the person telling me, you can do it all, go do it. And so she always inspired me, and to this day, she's always been there. But a lot of the inspiration that I got as far as for education came from my AP teachers, like Mr. Elmer. I don't know if he's still here or how long ago he retired. Mr. Comrie, Santa Cruz, Mrs. Crane. I was so inspired by their classes. I mean, their classes to me were harder than college was, because they really pushed you and they really made you, do the work and commit yourself to doing your best. So those people really helped me out in succeeding in college.
Who was your favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher, I would say, I think Mr. Elmer he just paid special attention, to like those people that wanted to do all the things like me. Like he just saw something in me and was able to tell me, yeah, you can do it, go for it, U of A all the way, like just go. So I really appreciated him, and I, to this day, like I really appreciate him taking the time to motivate me and to say, be the one to say, yes, you can do it. So, but, I liked all my teachers. There was never a teacher that I didn't like, or that I just love school. I just love learning, so I liked them all because they all had something special and to teach me and something new.
Yeah. What was your biggest challenge after high school?
After high school, after high school, I auditioned for a show in Mexico City called La Academia, which is kind of like American Idol here, and it's the South American version of it. It aired throughout Mexico and South America, so we were on live television, for millions of viewers, and I pursued my singing in that way, going through the show, and I was there for about a year. singing and touring and recording soap operas and stuff like that. So I think the biggest challenge, that was right after high school. So actually it was right after my first semester of college. So I had to drop out. And to me that was like a big deal, you know, to drop out of college because I had worked so hard. I got 5 scholarships, you know, tuition scholarship from the Hispanic alumni. I got all these scholarships here from Pueblo, well, you know, applying for them at Pueblo, and I felt horrible about leaving that and going to Mexico City, but you know, I had to do it. It was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So coming back, having to come back and get into the student mindset, you know, I went from being a celebrity over there, you know, doing the autographs, going on tour, you know, the first class airplane tickets and the limo rides and all that stuff, and then having to come back and go back to school and just be like a normal college student again. That was a challenge for me because it was just weird. It was just, everything happened so fast, and then coming back and then trying to find my place at the U of A, you know, was a little difficult just because there's so many people there, and it's so diverse. It's so different from Pueblo. Pueblo, everybody is like, well, the majority, everybody's Hispanic, you know, you kind of relate to everybody in that way, where you grew up, you know, in the south part of Tucson. And U of A, you have people from California, you know, all over the place. So it's fun also to get to know, you know, different people from different places, but at the same time, it is a little intimidating. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was like the tough part, you know, going from Mexico City to here, back to school, back to like being on a grind, you know, like just working and going to school and staying focused, you know, not allowing myself to get like sucked into the music life again and leaving again. You know, I really wanted to be the first to graduate from college in my family. So I felt like it was important for me to come back. I couldn't just stay and be a singer. I felt like I had to really bear down and get that done so that I could do it for myself, and also in some way, I mean, I hope I set an example for somebody.
I have one last question, and it's, do you have any words of advice to Pueblo students?
I would tell Pueblo students to definitely be involved in their school, in their community, in music, in whatever makes them happy, you know, whatever is, whatever keeps them focused and on the, you know, in a good place, you know. I would tell them to get involved, to really take advantage of their time here in high school, to do different things that they like if they want to learn an instrument or dance or whatever it is that they want to do, and really focus on getting good grades, because it is important to push yourself and to reach your full potential, and to just have a plan. You know, you really don't know what's going to happen, but at least if you have a plan, you know, if you say, okay, I'm going to go to the U of A and do this and major in that, at least you have, you know, a sense of direction, like you know where you want to go, and you have goals. And I would say to like reach, you know, for the sky, like whatever you want to do, you can do it. It's just a matter of how hard you're willing to work for it.
Okay, well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.